Okay, let's get into day 2, module 2, creating a print-on-demand shop. I'm going to walk you through how to select a print provider as well as open your accounts. I'm going to go over how you would open a Printify account, as well as how you would open a Printful account, and then how you can integrate both of those print-on-demand supplier websites to a shop of your choice. I'm going to show you how to connect them both to Etsy. It's a pretty easy setup and integration process, but if you're not familiar with it, I'm going to walk you through step by step. So let's get started. First off, when I'm looking for a print provider, these are some of the things that I like to keep in mind when I am looking for products, as well as where those products come from. So the location of the supplier that is printing the products is usually very important for me, at least when I have products in my own shop, because I want to make sure, based off of location, that can really affect shipping rates as well as processing and shipping time. So if I am located in the US, I like to select print providers that are also located in the US. For bigger items or like specialty items, there's really a few products that I found that I can't find them anywhere else except for overseas. So for a select few products, I am getting them printed overseas. Another thing I look for when choosing a provider is the production quality and time that it takes for the supplier to create the product, package it, and ship it. Process my order and then make the order essentially, and then ship it to my customer that's ordered it. I want it to obviously be realistic because these are people that are getting these orders and they're doing them hand by hand and one by one. And I want to make sure that when I'm selecting a print provider, it's not a super long time to process a product, but it's also not super quick. I want my product to be of, quality. And sometimes that takes a little bit more time. So a day or two extra for a good quality product is worth it to me in the long run. Which also brings up the shipping cost and then at time it takes from when it is, shipped from the print provider to the time it takes to ship and arrive at my customer. I would say most shipping within the US is going to be anywhere from after it's done being produced, I'd say anywhere from 4 to 10 days. That's just average, especially considering the shipping providers that you have available to you through some of these suppliers. Some of these suppliers only use USPS, and some of them use other shipping. I would say, though, most of the companies and suppliers that I work with, they ship my products through the USPS. And it's usually, my clients, from the time they order to the time they're getting their product within the US, it's about a week to 9 days, which I think that's totally fair, especially when you're ordering some of the products that I have available on my shops, as well as some of the products that I've added to client shops. Because again, it's, you want to make sure next that the quality and the type of product that you're getting is something that you would feel proud to pay for, as well as sell in your shop. You don't want to sell something for an increased amount of money to make a profit when you know deep down it's just a crappy product. You want to make sure that whatever product you are selecting for your shop is of quality and is something that you're going to be proud to put your name on and sell as your brand. Which also brings me to the next kind of factor when choosing a print provider. Lastly, I like to look at cost of production, which is how much the product costs to produce on the supplier's end, and then those return profits after I set my retail price. So let's say if something costs $20 to make and I'm charging $35, after shipping and taxes and fees, I'm making the remainder, which is usually about like $10. I like to, when I am choosing products, especially for my own shop, if I'm not making a profit of more than $50, I don't really like to have that product in my shop. I don't want to sell a bunch of t-shirts to make $3 to $5 on each of them when I can be selling a larger item like a canvas print or a metal art sign or a comforter or a rug and make $50 because the product itself is retailing in my shop for 100, 200 plus. That's where you're making money with print on demand. I'm sorry. You can make money with selling t-shirts, but you have to sell so many flippin' t-shirts to make the same amount as you would if you sold one comforter or one woven blanket retailed at $120. You're going to make a much higher profit and you're not going to have to sell as many to reach your daily goals. With that being said, some print providers offer certain products and some don't. Look around, do your research. If you find a product that you like on one site and another supplier has another product that you like, there's nothing wrong with, using more than one print supplier. You can use as many as you would like, honestly. You just have to, I know on Etsy as well as Shopify, it's just good business practice to kind of say, okay, this the designer, which would be you, unless you are hiring out that task as well. And then you would make sure to establish to your customer that these are printed by hand, printed on demand, in the sense that you use so-and-so company to print your products through. Because a lot of people, unless they are in the online space and familiar with print on demand, they really don't know that when they see something on Etsy, it's not the shop itself making that product. It's very uncommon for next door neighbor Sue to not think that you don't have a whole factory running out of your house with your Etsy shop, with all your blankets or baby stuff or shirts or whatever. Print on demand is a very common thing nowadays, and it's good business practice because, like I said in day one, print on demand is wonderful for those of you creative people that would rather spend the time designing than running a whole handmade business. With that being said, I want to go over more about print providers, and that print provider that we're first going to talk about is Printify. Printify is, I would say, one of the more well-known print suppliers, and it's because it's just, I feel like it's all over the place. They've really made a name for themselves. But what's cool about Printify is it's not, excuse me, it's not just Printify that is creating your products. It's basically a network of print providers that work under or within Printify to then print those one-off products for you. So it's a platform essentially that connects you to a bunch of other online networks that these online networks are their own private print companies, and all under Printify, they print products for you within Printify. So it's a way to kind of branch out and use different suppliers. And then if you find ones you like, you can always go to them specifically instead of through Printify. It's just Printify kind of makes the process a lot easier, all in one. It's integrated. It's just, if you want to run an easy, kind of hassle-free website with print on demand, choosing a shop that easily integrates your products like Printify is just the way to go. Okay, let's get into checking out Printify, and I'm also going to show you how you can easily connect your shop, whether that be a Shopify or an Etsy shop, to Printify via their integration tool. So here on Printify's homepage, we can see their product catalog as well as an upcoming webinar that they have. But below, when we scroll down, we're able to see the bestsellers, as well as we can select print providers and then some more products, new arrivals, eco-friendly products, AOP clothing products, assembled in the USA products, and then products that offer neck label customization, meaning that you can put your brand name onto the neck label of some of these products offered through Printify and their suppliers. I'm going to show you how we would sign up for Printify. So to the top right, you're going to select sign up. You're going to log in with a email, password, and then do the reCAPTCHA. You would be on this homepage. The only difference is when you go to add a new store or manage my stores, you can then connect your shop from there. But before we do that, I want to kind of go over some of the many products that Printify offers within their white label catalog. So to the left of this drop down, you can see their featured products, back to school, bestsellers, new arrivals, eco-friendly, AOP clothing, assembled in the USA, neck labels, print providers, brands, bulk discounts, and then my favorites, which would be products that you're literally favoriting with that little heart in the top right corner of products. I want to go over print providers with you all. So these are print providers that are housed within Printify. Printify is essentially a giant marketplace for different print suppliers to all be in one website. And then through Printify, the website, they're able to offer a bunch of these products. So you can have all of your products coming from different suppliers while still all being hosted through Printify. But when I'm looking for print providers, I like to look for print providers within the United States. So there's several that pop up. We have Acrylic Idea Factory. They have 4 products. Awkward Styles offers 53 different products. C4 offers 5 different products. Candle Builders offers 2 different products. Case Tree offers 4 products. Catalyst Fabric Solution offers 19 products. Cat Print offers 2 products. Chili 6 products. Colorway 18 products. Deco Slide 6 products. Dimona Tea 19 products. District Photo 22 products. Drive Fulfillment 13 products. Fancy Fanny 2 products. Fulfill Engine 16 products. Fi 12 products. Imagine Your Photos 30 products. Ink Blot 19 products. Jams Design 16 products. John Doe 5 products. Lamp in a Box 2 products. Luminant just 1 product. Marco Fine Arts 28 products. Merch 1 2 products. And there are 2 more pages, so let's go to page 2. MIA Merchandise offers 6 different products. Miami Sublimation 20 products. Monster Digital 25 products. MWW On Demand 64 products. My Locker 14 products. PCM 15 products. Personalized Luggage 2 products. Photo Balloon Store 3 products. Pick the Gift 18 products. Printed Mint 28 products. Printed Simply 14 products. Sinceria 15 products. Spoke Custom Products 31 products. Stacked Commerce offers 3 different products. Stickers and Posters offers 3 products. Stoked on Printing 17 products. Sunfrog Solutions 5 products. Swag Rabbit 16 products. Swift POD 55 products. Taylor 19 products. Thread Studio 1 product. Today's Graphics 3 products. Tribe Socks 2 products. Underground Threads 13 products. And then this last page is WOYC, Who's on Your Case, and they offer 24 products. All of those print providers are within the United States. So that gives you literally hundreds of print providers and products that are available to you within the US. And literally so many more if you are okay with using a supplier from a different country. Again, if you are choosing a supplier from a different country, you're going to be figuring in those production costs and shipping and customs and all that stuff. So as someone who ships from the United States, I like to also have my print suppliers within the United States as well. It keeps more money in my pocket when I'm going to sell products to my clients, as well as, when I create client shops, I always recommend that they select products from these companies based in the US and then kind of go from there. But what's really cool about these suppliers is you can Google each one of them on Google, go to their website directly as opposed through Printify, and most, if not all of them, also can integrate with your Etsy or Shopify store. And if you are going to their website directly, they usually offer more products. I know specifically for MWW On Demand and Printed Mint and Pick the Gift, they have a lot of home decor, comforter stuff, nursery decor. I get a lot of my products from MWW On Demand, Pick the Gift, and Printed Mint, but directly from these companies. Now, when you select this top drop-down catalog button, you're able to see the different subcategories that Printify offers. So you have men's clothing and all the different products that you can choose from men's clothing. We have women's clothing, kids' clothing, accessories, and then home and living. Literally, there are hundreds of products that you can choose from. And when you go to favorite a product, in the top right corner, you're able to press on that little heart, and that will add it to your favorites on that drop down catalog button. Your products on the top, those are going to be products that you have added to your shop. Whether your shop is integrated or not, these are going to show up as your products. So whatever products you have connected to your shop, that's what's going to show up in My Products. When you have an order come through, when you connect your shop to Printify, these are where your orders are going to pop up. Mine is empty for the moment, but it's also because I have a different shop. But I have 4 different shops right now. So with the shops that I have connected to my account, some of them are through Shopify integrations and some of them are through Etsy integrations. The ones that have the Printify logo next to them are actually Printify's beta store. So I will show you my one beta store that I have. So when you select your stores from the top right drop down, you're able to then visit that store. And this store specifically, my Spicy Link Designs, this is a Printify beta store. It's a pop-up shop essentially all through Printify. So I have all of these products on here through Printify. This is a new kind of thing that Printify is testing. And if you're kind of just starting out, you're wanting to get the hang of making listings, you don't really know how to integrate to a Shopify or an Etsy or a blog or a different website, creating a Printify pop-up shop is really going to be your best option. And what's really cool about Printify is any of these listings that I have created in one shop, I can copy and paste them into another one of my shops just with a few simple clicks. When we select next to our account button, this top right drop down, I'm going to show you all the different integration options that you have when connecting your shop to Printify. So there's several different sales channels below that you can connect your Printify account to, whether that be Etsy, Shopify, Walmart, a Printify pop-up, eBay, Squarespace, Wix, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, PrestaShop, or an API plugin. Now, with the Printify pop-up shop, just here it says it is the beta version. So this is like they are testing it out. They are seeing how it's working. But in my experience, I haven't had any issues, and it's just a very streamlined process because everything you create within Printify, when you add it to your Printify pop-up shop, you can start selling right away. You don't have to integrate it to another shop. There's no mock-ups and integrations and all that stuff you need to worry about. It's literally an all-in-one kind of deal. With Etsy and Shopify and Walmart, I would say those are the main 3 that they offer as far as integrations go. They also kind of label them by easy, medium, and advanced as far as integrating them to your website or your existing site. Etsy is going to be literally the easiest thing to do, but if you are familiar with Etsy, there's pros and cons with Etsy, just like there's pros and cons with Shopify. So it's really up to your own personal discretion. I would say if you're going to test out anything first, try an Etsy because it is the most cost efficient, where Etsy only charges you 20 cents per listing. Everything else to connect is free. Your Printify account is free. Having an Etsy account is free. Again, you're only charged per listing that you add to your account, and that's only 20 cents per listing. Where Shopify, you can get free trials, whether that be for 3 days like you see here on Printify, or I believe they offer a 14-day free trial, as well as a 1 month and a 3-month kind of trial period where you can sign up for a new Shopify store for $1 a month for your first 3 months. And then after that, it's on average around $40 a month to keep that Shopify store running. Walmart, I haven't had any clients. I haven't used Walmart myself, but it is definitely a more advanced platform. You have to be approved. It's a very strict approval process, just like Amazon. So unless you already have a very well-established shop somewhere else, it's pretty difficult to get approved for a Walmart integration shop through Printify. You can also compare integrations through Printify, and then through an API, you're able to connect your e-commerce platform to your own custom store using the Printify API. And what's really cool about Printify is you can find an expert, like hiring a Fiverr professional like me, through Printify. They also have these very helpful videos if you want to learn more about marketplaces, standalone stores, products, how to design, how to integrate. They have a lot of very helpful videos within the Printify website. So with Printify, you are able to get a various amount of products and services, and then through those private suppliers, they are the ones that are automating your printing and then delivery of your orders to customers. And what I like about Printify, which I'll show you next, is when you find a product that you like, you're able to see the rating for each shop that offers printing for that product. When looking at a product's rating, that's going to give you a better idea of if you want those products specifically to be in your shop. So here we are within the catalog, women's clothing, and then t-shirts. I selected the first best-selling product, which is the unisex jersey short sleeve tee by Bella and Canvas, and it's their 3001 t-shirt. If you scroll down, you're able to see all the available print providers and where they are located, their price to produce this Bella and Canvas t-shirt, their shipping rates, average production time, where they are able to print on the shirt, as well as the sizes and the colors that they offer. I have sorted the Printify suppliers by their rankings, so I can show you how I choose a supplier to print and host a product for me, essentially. Now, I really like to just work with suppliers based in the US, just because I feel like that helps shipping rates be a little bit less, which means more money in my pocket. So looking at the suppliers based in the US, we have Monster Digital with a 9.5 rating, Marco Fine Arts with a 9.4 rating, Jams Designs with a 9.4 rating, Underground Threads 9.3, Swift POD with a 9.3, Awkward Styles with a 9-star rating, Dimona T with an 8.9 rating, Fibuy with an 8.7 rating, Drive Fulfillment with an 8.5 star rating, Stacked Commerce with an 8.5 star rating, Fulfill Engine with an 8-star rating, and Stoked on Printing with a 6.9 star rating. And now going up to the first US based print provider for this specific product, we have Monster Digital with a 9.5 star rating. If we click on the rating right here, what we're able to see their last week's performance broken down into 4 different categories that their overall score is based off of. So they have a quality score of 9.3, a production speed of 9.7, and a stock reliability score of 10 out of 10. Moving on to Marco Fine Arts with a 9.4 star rating. They have that quality rating of 9.2, a production speed of 9.7, and again that stock reliability rating of a 10 out of 10. Just comparing the two, we can see that the quality is a little bit higher for Monster Digital, just by 1 point, but they have the same production speed rating as well as stock reliability rating. I'm going to go down a little bit further and look at these 3 suppliers. So Jams Design has a 9.4 star rating. They have a quality rating of 9.2, their production speed is 9.6, and then stock reliability is 10. Underground Threads has a 9.3, but their quality rating is 9.8. Their production speed is 9.2, and then stock reliability is 9.10. So even though it's a little bit further down the list based off of their overall score, based off of my personal preferences, when I'm looking for their performance ratings, and the category that is most important to me is the quality rating. So that 9.8 quality rating, that really to me is a winner. So Underground Threads, although it lays a little bit further down in the list for suppliers based off of that Printify ranking sorting, it is definitely number 1 for my choice if I was to wanting to put these Bella and Canvas 3001 shirts in my shop based off of their quality rating. Swift POD, they have a 9.3 just like Underground Threads does, but their quality rating is 9.1 compared to 9.8. Moving down, Awkward Styles and Dimona T, they have a 9-star rating, but their quality is 9.7 and their production speed is 8.8. And then Dimona T has a 9.6 quality rating and a production speed of 8.7. So these 2 shops kind of seem to lack in production speed, but really make up for it in quality. So these, I would say, are also contenders for that Bella and Canvas shirt if I wanted to put it in my shop based off of their ratings. The Fibuy, I'm not really keen to adding anything to my shop or client shops that doesn't have over at least a 9.5 rating. You know, if it was you making the shirts or the products or whatever, you would make sure that you are putting 110%. So any shop that I pick my products to be printed with, they have to have a good quality rating. That's just no question. Dry Fulfillment has an 8.5 rating, but their quality production rates out of 9.6. They really seem to struggle with their production speed though, so that could kind of be questionable if I was to have my products sourced through them. Stacked Commerce, their quality rating is a 9.5, but again, they're kind of really lacking on their production speed rating. Along with Fulfill Engine, their quality and production speed is really just not what I'm looking for at all. And I feel like with Stoked on Printing, it's going to be the same thing. Yeah, a 6.7 quality rating. I will not. So I think for me, either Underground Threads or Marco Fine Arts. What was their final rating again? A 9.2, 9.7, and 10. And then Underground Threads, a 9.8, a 9.2, and a 10. So to me, this is like amazing. I would rather have a high quality rating than a high production speed rating. And again, that production speed rating is still over 9 stars out of 10. To me, designing this Bella and Canvas unisex tee with underground threads is going to be my best option just based off of that rating. Now, looking at price, shipping, and these other attributes, that's going to kind of help me make my final decision. So between Underground Threads and Monster Digital, and what was the other one? Dimona Tea, I believe. Yeah, because they had a high rating. Or was it Awkward Styles? Yeah. So let's compare Awkward Styles, Underground Threads, and then Marco Fine Arts. So based off of price, Marco Fine Arts, it costs $11.53 to produce this Bella and Canvas unisex tee. Through that company, through Underground Threads, it costs $11.63, which is 10 cents more. And then through Dimona Tea and Awkward Styles is a $13.54, which is really a lot higher. And then Dimona Tea is $11.50. So Awkward Styles to me is out just because of that $3 price increase compared to the other three that we're looking at. Dimona Tea, $11.50. $11.63 from Underground Threads to produce, and then $11.53. So Underground Threads is the most expensive. Their shipping is also the most expensive, but they have, between Underground Threads and Marco Fine Arts, they only have 2.9 business days for their production time. Underground Threads offers 6 sizes for this Bella and Canvas shirt in 9 different colors. And then Marco Fine Arts offers 7 sizes. So one more size. They have extra small to 3XL. And then they offer 68 colors. But again, their quality is only 9.2 versus a 9.8 with Underground Threads. Up until this point, I feel like I would personally go with Underground Threads, but if I was designing for a client, because Underground Threads and Marco's Fine Arts are so similar, just that quality rating is, off by 0.6. You're given an additional size. The shipping is a little bit cheaper. You're getting the production price for 10 cents cheaper, and then like 60 colors more to put your design onto. That could be something that your clients are looking for, but I definitely, if I was putting this item in my shop, I would stick with higher quality over color options, really. So when you are looking at suppliers through Printify, by selecting the product that you want to design, scrolling through to see the suppliers, you're able to see their ratings. If you need to, write their rating scores down and then compare from there. Otherwise, you're able to sort by ranking, but then you kind of have to do your own research when it comes to the location, price, shipping, etc. But that's how you look for, how I would recommend you look for suppliers through Printify. Really base your final decision off of these scores. Before you put any products up, or if you want to see how a new design looks on a shirt in a color through a provider that you've been working with for a while, it's never a bad idea to get a sample, especially t-shirt samples or like sock samples, something where you can, get a small sample for a smaller price just to see the quality of working with those suppliers. I have listed here, though, 8 other kind of cool things about Printify that is kind of unique to them. So number 1, it is a house of private print providers. And like I said, all of these suppliers are housed through the Printify site. So everything's all in one. You're able to work with a multitude of print suppliers all through Printify. They are located in 12 countries. Printify headquarters and suppliers are located all over the place. There is a free version of Printify as well as a paid version of Printify. If you're paying for Printify, your price per item production cost is less. It's usually a couple dollars less. If you're making a decent amount per month on your products, it's definitely worth to sign up for a Printify paid account. Excuse me. Printify connects with Shopify, Etsy, WooCommerce, and Wix. It connects with a few other API integrations, but you would have to have your own website for those integrations. Otherwise, any of those 4 shops, you can make a free account and easily connect items from Printify onto one of those 4 websites with a free account. Printify is considered a print-on-demand supply center where they offer a bunch of products at your demand, basically, and then supply them through different print providers. They offer 5 design categories, being clothing, home decor, pets, accessories, and I believe like homeware kind of stuff, like kitchenware. It connects also with Squarespace, Presta, and API, like I said, which is a token for a website. There is also a new pop-up shop that is for beta on Printify, it basically allows you to open up a small shop directly on Printify, where Printify is your print provider. And instead of integrating your products onto a site like an Etsy shop, it's all on Printify. Right now, this is just a beta version, but I've seen a few clients have pretty good success with this. But again, one of those clients I worked with was already a pretty well-known influencer where she was averaging about, I'd say, like 500,000 plus views per video on TikTok. She has over 2 million followers. So she already has an established audience to where a Printify pop up shop was just something that worked well for her already established brand, to where she could kind of see where she could take her merch and do so for low cost to her. Okay, now I'm going to go over Printful a little bit for you all. So Printful is a print-on-demand service, their own platform, their own warehouse, and they do everything in-house. So when you get something printed through Printful, they're doing it at one of their US-based locations. They also have 10 locations throughout the US and the EU. So they don't have separate suppliers like Printify does. They are their own supplier. But a few other facts about Printful and why it is one of my top choices for print-on-demand supplier slash company. They, like I said, print all of their products in-house. So Printful is the print supplier. Their headquarters is located in North Carolina. There's a free version of Printful as well as a paid version of Printful. And just like Printify, that paid version is going to get that production price per product at a lower cost for you. Printful also connects with 21 different shops, websites, integration setups like Etsy, Gumroad, Shopify. It also connects with Squarespace, Presta, Ecwid, Wix, and more. Again, there's 21 different websites that Printful integrates with. It is considered a POD fulfillment center. Like I said, they are their own print supplier, 10 locations within the US and Europe. And in my personal experience, they have great customer support as well as offer wonderful tutorials for beginners on their website as well as on their YouTube channel. And they have very helpful blog posts as well as emails that they send out. I'm going to head over to Printful and show you all a more in-depth look of Printful's website and some of the products that they offer. All right, so here we are on printful.com. This is another print-on-demand marketplace that you as a beginner would probably have a really easy time navigating. So similar to Printify, Printful, when you sign up, is completely free. They also have a paid version. But on the homepage, you can see a welcome to you and then some suggested products as well. I'm going to show you all the product catalog that Printful has. So, unlike Printify, Printful, all of their products are printed through Printful or one of their warehouses. So, Printify basically houses a bunch of different printers all under Printify. We're Printful. Everything, all products are printed through Printful. Printful is your print supplier. So we have men's clothing, women's clothing, kids and youth clothing, accessories, home and living, and hats. These are all of the different categories of products that Printful offers. So men's clothing, you got a bunch of different options. Once you click on those categories, it kind of opens up, okay, well, we have men's clothing, but then these are our subcategories that Printful offers. Some of them are all over print, some of them are direct to garment printing, and then some of them even have the option to be embroidered. Now, embroidery isn't available on all products, only a select few. If you were wanting to look directly just for products able to be embroidered or products that are only for all over print, you can search for that in the search bar up here. So same thing or similar to men's hoodies, bottoms essentially, and then some swimwear and dresses and sportswear. And then scrolling down, you're able to see some newest arrivals and, some, I would say, more like inspiration ideas. So these leggings, that is part of their sportswear collection. And then these new swimsuits. Seasonally, though, I would try and design swimsuits to be ready to launch for spring break. Most spring breaks are, in April, between April and May. So if you're going to be designing and launching a swimsuit line or beach attire or anything like that, summery, I would start designing in January, like literally right after the holidays, to get a head start on your design collection for your beachwear, swimsuits, etc. Now with sportswear, you could probably design that any time of the year, though from a marketing standpoint, there is a influx in gym membership signups around and after the holidays. So focusing on holiday designs, I'd say between August and October, and then start designing for New Year products like sportswear or sports attire after December, January, because that's when people are more likely to be looking for it, because, those New Year's resolutions, going to the gym, all that stuff. Otherwise, I would say you could probably design a sportswear line any time of the year, but again, from a marketing standpoint, doing it towards the start of a new year, you're going to get more traffic because that's what people are looking for. Let's see, let's go back to products. Kids clothing, they don't offer a bunch, but it's basically shirts and bottoms and some swimwear stuff. Excuse me. And hats and leggings, I guess, too now. Accessories, they have quite a bit of accessories as well as home and living. But let's check out accessories first. So we have bags, footwear, patches, hair accessories, and then phone cases. This gaming mouse pad is a newer item, and I would say this is a great margin for a return, because to produce this mouse pad, which is an all over print product, only costs you $10, where these big full desk mouse pads, you could be spending easily anywhere from $30 to $60 in the store. Again, with that, something like this kind of a product with the streaming community, the gaming community, you could even offer customization on here for these mouse pads and charge even more. Because from a content creator point of view, if they're showing their desk or their gaming setup, having something in their setup that is customized with their name is a great selling point to get people to, remember who they are. Or, you could even propose to reach out to influencers or content creators or Twitch streamers like, hey, I'm a designer. I'd love to design you a gaming mouse pad for your channel. And, anytime you have it on screen, if you'd feel so obliged to share my name or my shop name, that's how you get affiliates for your shop. Now, I don't know if you can have affiliate systems through like Etsy, but I'm pretty sure you can do it through Shopify. And then, of course, your own like websites and kind of stuff like that. But anyways, getting back to the products on Printful. Let's go through home and living now. So these are going to be like your mugs, your home decor kind of things, drinkware, stationery, puzzles, lots of different options. And again, some of these are going to be sublimated, and then some of them all over print, and then some of them feature embroidery. So if you're looking for a specific type of design for your products, searching in that search bar is going to be your best bet than trying to go through all of the products. And then hats. Hats, I'd say, are going to offer you, as far as embroidery goes, hats definitely offer the most options for embroidered products. If you go onto Printful's main page, just printful.com, you are able to see under the drop down Sell with Printful through the different platforms and marketplaces, all of the different integrations that Printful connects to. So again, they have an in-house team. It's literally, this is how every print-on-demand company works, but Printful products are printed by Printful in-house. There's no middleman. So in Printify is the middleman, where all of these other print providers are basically housed in. That's why you kind of get the ratings there. But again, when you're just starting out with e-commerce, print on demand, I would definitely recommend buying samples. Next up, I'm going to show you guys a few other print on demand marketplaces and then some suppliers. Just to kind of get your creative juices flowing and show you that there are more options to print products than the common ones like Printful and Printify. So let's get going on that. Now let's get into types of print-on-demand sites. So a print-on-demand supplier, they are going to do all of the production work for you. And then with a supplier, you're also going to need to host all your products on a website. But there are other options when it comes to print-on-demand. So a print-on-demand marketplace, this is a website where the only thing you have to worry about doing is to create designs and upload your designs to your own account within this website. Once you upload your design, you're able to then kind of select and choose which products you would like your design to go on. And if any of those products need a little bit of tweaking, you're able to do so basically as you're uploading your design. It's done all at once. You don't have to upload your design to each product one by one. It does it all at one time for you, which is very convenient. Again, you really only have to worry about designing and then uploading that one design. The marketplace is essentially your shop, and you're just contributing designs to the shop. Your designs and your shop are kind of like segregated into your own little like account or like your own little shop within the shop. So these marketplaces usually already have a lot of people visiting them. They produce their own traffic. So with good SEO and on-trend designs, it's very simple for your designs to sell and for you to make sales within a print-on-demand marketplace. A lot easier than if you had your own designs and your own website where you would have to drive traffic to that website yourself. And then what sets a marketplace apart from a supplier that you host a product on your own website is when you upload your designs to a print-on-demand marketplace, in order to make money, you need to sell a product through that marketplace, and then you are earning a commission or like a small percentage from each sale of your design. It's really not a lot, honestly. It's different for each website, and I'll go into that more in a little bit. We're going to go over Redbubble, I think Redbubble, as well as, is it Threadless? Redbubble and Threadless are very designer artist friendly, but like I said, when you get paid, you're making a small commission, but I'll get into that a little bit more after this. We'll take a closer look at Redbubble and Threadless and see those commission prices for you. The other type of print-on-demand site is going to be a print-on-demand service company or supplier. So you create the designs, you're uploading those designs onto the account that you have, and then uploading them to the product of your choice, completing the listing for that product, and then when you're publishing that product, it's going onto your own website or shop that your print-on-demand products are integrated with. Whether that be your Printify products connected onto your Etsy shop or your Printful products connected onto your Shopify, you're creating the designs, putting them onto products, creating product listings, putting those listings onto a website like Etsy, Shopify, or your own blog. The service company or the print supplier produces your products when they are ordered. So nothing is on hand. It's all made to order. And then your service provider charges you for the production cost. So when you set up your account, you have to make sure you have a credit card or a PayPal account or some type of bank account connected to your print supplier account. So when someone orders or purchases a item, you are charged for the production of that item, and then you make the difference from what your customer paid minus shipping, minus taxes and fees, that's the difference that you make. So in order for these products to be produced, you have to pay for them to be produced. In order for this money to not be just coming out of your credit card willy-nilly, when someone places an order, you can withhold the order to not be automatically processed, so you know that those funds are going to show up in your account. So when you go to pay for the production of those products, you have the money already available for you to use for production costs. I'll go over it a little bit more and show you what I mean. That is really the only cost of print on demand. But again, that's not coming from your pocket. That's coming from the sale of your product. You just have to make sure you're doing it right. And then lastly, using a service company or a print supplier, you're earning a higher percentage of the sale based on what you're charging for the item. So, like I said, if it costs $20 to produce something, I'm retailing that for $35 plus shipping. I'm making the difference minus taxes and fees. Where with a print on demand marketplace, you're earning a very small commission. Like I want to say most of them, at least with Redbubble and Threadless, but I'll do research. I know at least with both of them, they're under 10% of the sale. So if you're selling something for $20, you're making $2 on that sale because you're not doing any of the other parts of having a website, selling the products, advertising the products, hosting the products, la da 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 da. So you're really only earning a commission for your designs. With that being said, you can charge whatever you want and earn a higher commission, but some companies have a set price for products, but you can always decide to put your designs on higher cost products. So in the long run, you're earning higher commissions. That's up to you. I'm going to go over both now for you. Let's start with marketplaces and head to Redbubble. Now that we looked at Redbubble, I want to go over some more print-on-demand sites and suppliers that you can choose from. So Redbubble was a marketplace. Printify and Printful are service companies. Here I have a few more marketplaces for you all to look at, check out, see what you like. You can try them all out. I would suggest, though, if you have an account with each one of these, you can't be putting the same designs on all of the websites. It's going to flag it as spam and plagiarism. So I would stick to maybe one marketplace where you're uploading designs, but then if you are using a service company print provider, you're not uploading those same designs onto those products from the service companies. I've had really good luck with Redbubble, especially with like holiday and kind of more like themed designs. I will say a lot of the marketplaces are very, very easy to upload your designs to. I would just make sure to kind of get going and get your products seen. I know Threadless and what else? Is it Redbubble? I know Threadless and another marketplace, they do basically like design prompts, competitions. If you're looking to get your designs seen by customers that are browsing the websites, they push those design competitions to their audience. So that's a really good place to kind of get some traction for your designs. Now, with some of the service companies, Printify, very well known, like we went over before. Just make sure if you're choosing a supplier, you're really looking into them and doing your research. As well as with Printful, get samples. Honestly, I always recommend to get samples. Gelato is a UK-based print supplier, so if you have an audience that is also based in the UK and you are in the US, I would try to, make sure that you're selling products based off of the location of all of your customers and then what makes sense to you price-wise, shipping cost-wise, etc. Printed Mint has, I would say, like bigger homeware and like room decor kind of stuff. Like they offer sheet sets, they offer rugs, more variety of like blankets and stuff. MWW On Demand, they have a lot of options for like decor type stuff. Rugs, curtains, cushions, pillows, comforters, blankets, pet products. Like they have a lot of really high quality sublimation all over print products. And I will use them for my home decor products. They just have stellar quality, and production price is very fair, and I'm able to retail them for a higher cost because the quality is so good. And those home decor products make me a lot of money, which is nice, which is what we want, which is how you can make print on demand work for you and make good money with it. Merchise and Yoicol, they are based in China. Yoicol and Merchise both have a huge selection of all over print products. JetPrint app is based in the US. They have again, a lot of all over print products. The 4 service companies at the bottom are unique. So Board Pusher actually produces skateboards, print on demand skateboards. Candlefee is candles. Supplyful and Drip Shipper are, I don't know what they are. I'll have to double check. Okay, after we got a better idea of some of those marketplaces and service companies and what they offer, after you have an idea of who you want your print provider to be, you also want to consider choosing your shop or where you're going to host your products. I would say the 2 most popular ones are the ones that I have listed here as Etsy and Shopify. I've also had really great success with hosting a small amount of products on a blog that was then integrated with WooCommerce. But with Etsy, some of the pros and cons, there is a listing fee for every one product that you upload to your shop. It is a one-time, one item listing fee. That fee needs to be renewed every 3 months, I believe now. So every 3 months, you are charged 20 cents for that one listing. That is their listing fee. That's just how Etsy's always been. They have a transaction fee of 6.5% of the amount you charge for an item. They have a payment processing fee, which is 3% plus 25 cents of the amount you charge for an item. Shipping and gift wrapping fee. They have an off-site ads fee if you have like a Facebook ad, a Pinterest ad, an Instagram ad, anything that's not on Etsy or an Etsy ad, they charge you 15% of the amount if it comes from an off-site ad. And then they also charge you a currency conversion fee of 2.5% if it involves a currency conversion. So if you're having someone purchase an item from you that lives, what's up? I'm trying to record something. Thanks. They also have a currency conversion fee of 2.5% of the amount you charge for an item if it involves a currency conversion, which means if you have someone from not where you are located, like I'm located in the US, if I have someone from Europe buy something from me, there's going to be that 2.5 conversion fee. Now, a pro with Etsy is that good SEO on your titles and your descriptions and your tags will get your product seen by the right audience. The key with Etsy is good SEO in your titles, in your descriptions, in your tags, in your images, in your videos. SEO is king. Now, with that being said, it's going to take at least 60 to 90 days of consistent listing, consistent activity, consistent interaction on your Etsy shop to let Etsy customers know that your shop exists. The more you post and list items onto your shop using niche specific SEO keywords and long tail keywords, Etsy's going to know who to show your products to. And that's how you make sales. So, working alongside a shop analyzer tool when it comes to SEO and seeing how your listings are ranking and who they're showing to is very, very helpful. There are some free tools that you can use for SEO. There are some paid ones. The most you're going to pay is $20 a month to use some sort of like keyword tool. It's definitely worth it, I think, especially if Etsy and your, let's say, a Canva account and Printify and Etsy keyword subscription are your only overhead costs. It's definitely worth it because, again, we're considering this your business. So what you put into it, you're going to get back. Another option for a shop is Shopify. Now, Shopify right now, I don't know if they still are, but they were for the past few months offering a subscription special to join for $1 for the next 3 months. Shopify is another option that you can integrate your print-on-demand supplier with. They offer 5 different tiers of subscriptions, essentially. It starts at $9 a month. I don't know what that $9 can get you. I have a partner account, which is free, which allows me to create Shopify stores for clients. And then I also have my own account, which I pay $40 a month for to run 2 shops. It is fairly easy to connect to print providers, just like Etsy. It's pretty, click and connect. It's pretty much all done online. There's not like any coding or whatever you have to do. What's nice about Shopify is you're really able to customize it a lot more than you are with Etsy, where with Etsy, you're just allowed that customization through your logo and banner. But with Shopify, that's a whole website that you're able to customize with graphics and different colors and different fonts and layouts. And it just gives you a lot more design freedom when it comes to creating that user experience of a website. There's also a huge library of apps that you're able to connect to your shop. Whether that be social media apps or Pinterest or apps that help with SEO and finding traffic or like Google Analytics. All of these are apps that you can connect to your Shopify store and website. I tend to do like 10 or less just because I found that with some apps, it slows down your website a little bit, but that's just my personal experience. There is also an option to buy a domain for your shop. Otherwise, when you have a Shopify store, it will be https yourshopname.myshopify.com. So when you pay for the domain, that My Shopify goes away. You can buy a domain for like under $15. So if you want a nicer looking domain name, which is that .com name, then, pay the $15. It's once a year you're paying that amount for your domain. There's also lots of payment options that you are able to offer your customers on your shop, like PayPal, Stripe. They have Apple Pay. They do, I think, Google Pay. Like payment plan stuff like Klarna or whatever it is. They offer some of those payment options as well. The only thing that's a little different with Shopify than Etsy is you have to drive traffic to your own shop. But that's where those apps help you, especially if you're connecting with Google or Pinterest. You can see what's trending and cross-post your products onto Pinterest with good meta descriptions and SEO in your listing titles and descriptions on your product on your Shopify website. Google will start to rank your products, and Pinterest is just going to help that. SEO, again, is definitely key to having your products and listings rank on Google. So if you get to choosing a shop and you're not sure which one to choose, you can also consider hiring a professional or even a Shopify partner like me. That will basically, how I do it is I set up the entire shop for you, customization and all, integrating all of your products. For some clients, I'm even creating the products that we're then integrating into your Shopify shop that I'm then designing for you. And then I also offer services that are basically monthly upkeeps and lessons to show you how to run your own shop, design more products for your own shop, as well as list and market those products all on your own. Showing you the ropes, which is going to save you time and frustration by off the bat hiring a professional and hiring someone that knows what to do, where you can get a whole shop set up in 4 weeks and start making money. Especially with the holiday season coming up, it's something to consider. Besides Etsy and Shopify, there are other options and websites that you can integrate these print suppliers into, like a personal website with a shop plugin, such as a blog with that WooCommerce plugin, or Ecwid or Presta, or any other API connected plugin. With websites, it's a little bit more complicated. You're dealing with coding, you're dealing with connecting those API codes, it can be a little bit more complicated unless you're working with a professional or you know how to, connect a plugin to a blog, all that stuff. Connecting your print-on-demand products to your own website gives you all of the responsibility of the security, the shipping rates, taxes, SEO, website setup, and more. So it is a definitely big project to take on, opening your own website with a plugin, with a shop, all the products. It's a lot. But if that's something that you want to do, you can do it. It just takes time and it takes getting it done in steps. Because if you can't work through those steps, it's going to seem like a lot to do all at once. For a shop with just a few items, if you are already adding a shop to a website you already have, choosing a website plugin is going to be your best option. If you already have an existing blog, connecting a plugin like WooCommerce or Ecwid is going to be a pretty simple process, especially if you're familiar with how a blog or personal website already runs. If you don't already have an existing website, this is a lot of upfront cost and work, but it can, again, really pay off in the end. So with a blog, you are paying for your hosting, which is usually, I paid anywhere from $120 to $150 for the whole year for website hosting. Then you have your domain name, which is that .com name that you're paying for the whole year. You have to make sure that that website that you are connecting with Shopify, your hosting allows you to have a subdomain, and that's where your shop would be hosted from. And then you're paying for Shopify and maybe some extra apps. So it could be a lot of upfront cost. But again, when it comes to choosing your shop, do your research, plan out your budget. There's an option for everyone and every price range. I promise you, because I've done them all.